What's up YouTube, it's Next to Me and I am back with another video. So today this is the second video I have been recording. I am going to record and I might get emotional, so that's the warning. But let's get into it. So earlier this year I started noticing some things that have been bothering me, which have been, let's say, things I have needed to go to therapy for, because I'm one to bottle up, like I said, emotions and then explode after a certain period of time. So the things I was going to therapy about was things about family stuff, things I was going through about friends, school here and there. School wasn't really a big one. And then stuff about my old relationships that I thought I missed, and stuff about sexual stuff. So when I was going to therapy, it wasn't really helping me, and she sent me also to these people who could also help me with stuff I had been dealing with sexually since I was a child. So as I was talking to her about stuff that was bothering me, she wasn't giving me the help that I needed. It wasn't helping me, so I never went back. But this year I have really grown closer to God. And with that being said, God has really saved me this year from a lot of stuff I went through, because this year really broke me in half. And I never want to see a year like this again. I understand why God puts you through the challenges He believes you can make it through. And yes, I made it through, but there were some days where I thought I wouldn't be able to even get up. There were some times where I felt like I don't even think I can make it, man. I don't think I can do it no more. Like, God, just hit me home with you. Like, I don't want to be here no more. I'm tired. Like, I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm mad. But the thing is, when I took a step further to getting closer to God, I ended up getting baptized. And y'all, we sat through a whole ceremony thing, and it was long. It was long, but I know that's how it's supposed to be before you get baptized anyway. And as I was sitting there, I was looking at the other people, and I was just like, well, these are the people that come here continuously. Well, no, this program continues, because it's like people that travel to give you baptism, and people that travel to give you like ceremonies and stuff about God, and I forgot what it's called, but yeah. So we sat there. I went with my parents. It was just me and my parents, and I was scared because I had never been baptized before. I didn't know. I mean, I used to go to church when I was younger, but anyway. So I was looking at all the other people, and I was like, these are a lot of people that are here. Like, and when they started like praising God and stuff like that, I started to get into like His presence was there. Like, He was really there, but we can't see Him, but we know, we feel He's there. And there's people who were praying and were crying, because a lot of people go through a lot, you know. And at the end of the day, we all still praise God. So we was there for like 5 hours, y'all. And when it came time for me to get baptized, my heart was beating out of my chest, because I don't know, like, I was scared, like, not like, I don't think in a bad way. It's just like, I'm really ready to completely turn my life over to God, and He's ready to really save me. Like, He's ready to really like take me on His wing forever and forgive me for everything that I have done, because I really wanted to change. So we signed a certificate paper and whatnot, and they gave us some clothes to change in. They gave us, y'all, they gave us a dress. It's like one of them African looking dresses, a hair tie, a hair net thing, and some underwear, some socks, and I thought the thing the thing that was supposed to be for like your bra or whatever for the girls, I was putting it on my face, putting it on my hair. I was like, what is this? Because the way it looked like a mask. So I said, what is this? She said, oh, that's a bra. I said, oh, okay. Because I thought it was the mask. But, so, yeah, we put our stuff on or whatever. And I so happened to be the first one to get in the water. And that water was freezing. And the water was cold. And y'all, I was getting in, right? And the man was like, take your time, take your time. Mind you, my legs are freezing. We're in like a pool of cold water. And I just got on a dress and underwear. Okay, no pants, no long sleeve. Just socks, underwear, and a bra under that dress. So then I started to sit down. I started to get even more cold because, you know, it's freezing. You gotta wait for the, like, you know, you be trying to wait for the pool water to cool down or whatever, so it can be like room temperature. You can get in and be cold. No, that didn't work for me. So the man said, as long as you take, the longer we're gonna be here. He said you might as well hurry up and try to get it over with, because I was taking forever to sit down in that water. I was freezing. And I was shaking too. I was hyperventilating and everything. So he made me cross my hands over my chest. And he said, I'm going to baptize you in the name of Jesus Christ, and then I'm going to pull you back up. Now, knowing me, I was another reason I was scared, because I don't like water. I don't like water. And until I learn how to swim, I was not going to be going in no water. I don't even get in the pool for real. I put my feet in it, but that's about it. Anyway, so he bent me back, and I think I opened my eyes under the water, because I seen the water and then I seen the ceiling and the stuff that was on the walls or whatever. And I stood up. I stood back up because I rushed back up because the water got in my eyes, got in my nose, and everything. I couldn't breathe. I stood up and I couldn't see. So they handed me a towel and everything, and I felt warm. Well, before he bent me back, I asked God to give me the strength, and then I felt the water like get warm, and then he bent me back, and I stood up, and they handed me a towel, and I was like, can I get out now? And they was like, yeah, but I was soaking wet, and I went back into the little tent thing, and I cried. I was like, I'm finally saved. He finally saved me for good. I mean, for good. Because they say that you're supposed to get baptized before God comes back, and he is coming back, and I just want to be right before he does. So anyway, then, and earlier, I wouldn't say, a little bit after February, May, I also did something that I haven't told nobody about, and I'm not going to tell y'all about. I'm just going to briefly say me and that person know what happened. And I will also say that I really did like that person, and every time I saw that person, I would break down completely. And my mother was like, you keep feeling like this, you need to go and talk to the person about how you feel. And that same day, I ended up talking to them, and I wasn't getting the closure that I needed. I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted. And it goes from there. So after that, I technically got abandoned. And by abandoned, I mean I tried to still talk to that person, but they would not talk to me. I know we both felt weird about the situation. I can understand that. Wrong timing, wrong place, wasn't the right thing to do at the time. So there's that. And when I say that me and that person didn't speak for a while, and I got the vibe that they didn't want to be bothered with me anymore, I bounced that when I went back to college that next semester. I would act like I did not know them. And yes, it was hard, but when somebody repeatedly acts like they don't see you, don't want to talk to you, ignore you, you just give up. And I gave up because I never saw that person like that. I never saw that person to do anything to me like that. expectations was too high, and they shouldn't have been. So during the summertime, I played tennis, and I mean every day, 5 to 6 days, 7 days a week. My mother was like, "You don't realize that you've been going to practice every day? Like, you went to practice 6 times this week." I was not counting. I was just telling the coach, "Okay, we can go practice this day, this day." I mean, I was getting up in the morning time. I am not a morning person at all. It's just not for me. I'd be too tired. I'd be frustrated. I'd be mad. Like, I'm not a morning person. It's just not something. I don't want to talk. It's too early to talk. Too early to be doing stuff. That's just how I feel. But I was getting up at 7, 8 o'clock, or going as far as 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night to practice. And sometimes even 2 times a day. I really wanted to be on the tennis team. I really never played a sport before. I was working my behind off. I was really, really into being a tennis player, because as me, I see myself, and people I met may not see that now because I just started playing, but I see myself as Serena Williams when I play, because I don't see no other competition. I see myself so high as being a tennis player, is that it's potentially, I know tennis takes a lot of work and years to build up, but my coaches wouldn't have been working with me the way they have if they didn't see something in me. And a lot of people, I do feel like, are intimidated by me because of that. But we're not going to get into that. And I know they see something in me. So if they see something, then I must have something that they have been over the years experienced and ain't never saw before, which is rare. And people may not see it now, like I said, because I just started playing. But if I keep playing and I keep practicing, like I am working out, and y'all, I never used to like working out. Ooh, I used to hate going to the gym. And like I said, exercising was never a part of my thing, but I realized I had to sacrifice and go, okay, you want to be a tennis player, you gotta run, you gotta work out, you gotta ride that bike at the gym. Like, you got to really put in the work and the effort to do this. And my coaches even gave me a little award because of it, and I was so happy. I was like, finally, they're seeing the effort that I'm putting in. Even times where I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired. But I'm like, no, if you want this, you gotta get up and you gotta go do it. That's it. And I did it, and I made it to the tennis team. And I love my coaches. I love all of them. The one I didn't have in the past and the ones I have now. And tennis really helped me get through a lot, because I was getting really a good stress reliever. I was really putting myself out there for once. I was actually being determined like I'm supposed to be, and working hard for what it is that I wanted. And yes, I went through a lot of emotional trauma this year. And y'all are going to hear about those story times too later on, though, because they're still an open wound, a very strong open wound. And then there are some things that have happened with my parents that I didn't like, and I have told them repeatedly stuff bothered me, and not a lot of things change. I don't really have too many connections with the siblings that I do have. We don't really talk like that, and I have a lot of them, and I feel that really hurts too. And I have 1 or 2 friends, but the friend that I have had since I was in middle school, I love her to death. Like, we don't have to talk every day or nothing like that, but I would like to hang out with my friends sometimes. But when I was working at this job, I had made friends there, but as soon as I left the job, it was like they didn't want to be bothering me no more. They were work friends. Okay, that's fine. So I started reaching out. It's like God was really taking me, and he was like, no, you don't need to be right now. You need to isolate yourself. You need to be by yourself. You need to stay by yourself right now. And a lot lot of stuff, like I said, was resurfacing from stuff that have happened over the past few years. And I just got tired of being treated a certain way. And I really grown my voice. I really grew as an individual. I have learned my voice to put my foot down and stop putting up with stuff I used to put up with. Doing what I want to do with my future. Doing things that I want to do with my life. And meeting different people who have helped me. And I would say when I changed my major over from criminal justice to business, it took a turn. Because I opened my business in February of 2022. And I had been working on it for a couple months. Since the 2021 October is when I registered for the first time. And I had no idea what I was going to be doing after the fact. I had my website revamped because I felt like the first part of it was too simple. Starting my business was the best thing that ever happened to me. Honestly. I needed to learn how to market. So I changed my major to business marketing from criminal justice. And criminal justice was my way in because when I applied to my college, it didn't have business up there and I was confused. I don't know why it wasn't there. It just wasn't there. And my coach and my photographer who I did done this photo shoot at the time, they was like, why don't you just major in business? Hi, buddy. How you doing? I love you. I love you. Hi. I love him, y'all. That's my doggy. Go get your stuff. Go ahead. But anyway, so they was like, why don't you just change your major to business? So I had emailed one day about this. She was like, wait till you go back to school. Why do I go back to school, babe? I need to know my schedule before I get back. No. So I ended up changing my major in the summertime. And I finally became a business marketing major as starting my sophomore school year. And that was one of my weaknesses as a business owner because I had inventory. I didn't have a lot, but I didn't know how to, post this on social media, make it look neat, make it look nice. I was just making content just to make content. And people want to see nice content. They don't want to see just content. You understand? So, yeah, learning how to market my business was a really big thing for me because I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't have people to take my pictures for me that actually wanted to, or take them the way that I wanted to. So now that I have hired a videographer, I feel as if my content will be better in this upcoming year because I got big things coming this year. And I know God got something big for me. But my birthday month, I did make a lot of money. I had a pop-up shop. I had pop-up shops. And I made a lot of money from being a business owner after having one sale in 8 months of opening my business. And I was so happy. I was like, people have finally noticed that this is my brand. This is what I sell. I sell creative accessories that are different. People have never seen before. People don't even think about buying. I like to be rare. I like to be divergent. I like to be elegant. I like to be voguish. I like to be modish. Or modernish. I think that's how you say it. And I was proud of myself. I was like, my brand is finally now going to be out there. And it was one girl who bought over $60 worth of stuff. It would have been more, but I gave her a discount because it's just the thought that counts. So yeah, when she was buying, she was like, I want this and I want that. She was like me when I was picking out the stuff that I wanted for my brand. I was like, yeah, target audience. There you go. Thank you for noticing me as an individual, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. I respect that. I love that. Even if somebody just posts my stuff that I just posted for the day, posted the content for the day, and somebody posted on their story, that means a lot to me. If somebody just take a business card from me, it's the little things that I'm appreciating as a business owner. Even if I just get one sale a day, one sale a week, I got money. Or I sold a product to somebody. Somebody noticed. And I'm going to grow over the next few years, so why not keep going with it? I would never give up on my business. I knew I always wanted to be an entrepreneur since I was young. Being my own boss was the best thing that could ever happen to me. And so I came up with the idea. People didn't really want to do too much things to my website. They like to do it more in person. So I was like, okay, I'm going to hold a donation fund trying to reach $100,000 to open up my own store. And if you are willing to donate, the GoFundMe, and I've had people donate, people who have donated, thank you very much. And I would say for this semester, well, this past semester, I have struggled with the material I was learning, but I overcame it and got a 3.5. I got a 3.5 thesis, yeah, yes ma'am. That's my second time since I started college, you know, being on a thesis. I'm very proud of myself. And I feel like 2022 has built me for 2023, and I'm ready. I'm ready for anything that's thrown at me, because nothing can be worse than what I went through this year. Nothing can impact me. I'm ready for anything God throws at me. Let's get it. Let's go. I've left some people behind in 2022, and it has been hard to let go. But when they no longer serve you, and some people only come in your life for a season, it's time to let them go. It's time to move on. No matter how hard it may be, you're doing what's best for you at the end of the day. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I have a lot of stuff coming for this new year. And I feel proud of myself for making it to the end of this year. Thanking God for another day, each and every day. Asking God for strength every day. Because some days I tell you, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did. I don't know how I made it through. I don't know. So there are days where I went to God and I told him everything. Like, I want to heal. I want to let go. Like, I want to feel better. I don't want to hold no grudges. I just want to forgive but not forget what happened. Just to remember, this is what you don't go back to. You don't pick the wound that God has tried to heal for you. You don't keep picking at it. You don't keep going back to it. You don't, and that's another thing. I didn't want to keep going back to old habits. I wanted to change. I wanted to do better and live for God. And that's it. I even got me some photos that's like, you matter. You're God's child. You matter, babe. I created you. You matter to me. And there have been stuff that I have watched that I be thinking about, that me telling God or asking God something, and I'll see it and I'm like, he just, because I gotta get a direct message. I can't get it when it's brief, or like, I just feel like I'm too slow. That's just me. I gotta get something to actually come directly to me, be exactly what I was thinking about or I asked about, and it'd be exactly that, and only from God. Because that's the only way I'm going to listen to it, is if it's from God. I don't want to listen to nobody else. I want to live for God instead. Because that's the way I'm supposed to be. That's why I'm put here, to serve a purpose for him. A lot of people would have folded in my situation, because there are times where I didn't want to be at home. I just wanted to be in my dorm because I felt independent. I felt the freedom of going to class and not being told what to do. Just to sit in the back of class, get your lecture, get your material for the class, and keep it pushing throughout the day. Like, you can do whatever you want in college. Just don't do nothing bad. You just gotta stay on your A game. You really gotta stay on your A game, because college is not like high school. I just had more freedom, and I was already responsible in the first place anyway. Like, that's not a problem for me, but I felt like I could do more, if that makes sense. Like, I felt like I wasn't at home being tied down to where I'm only limited to do certain things. When I was in college, I was going here, I was going there, I was doing this, I was doing that. Not bad stuff, but I'm talking about like stuff that I actually want to do and have fun and branch out. Branch out. Not breach, branch out. And I finally got to do that, and I liked it. Because like being in a college dorm, you could have your own dorm. You just living with a roommate. You can have fun. You can live your life. You can get your work done and still do the things that you need to do. and take care of everything. And college is a stressful thing. It is stressful. Yes, it is. I have thought about college a lot, like whether I should stay in it or not, because I just was like, I don't. Because a lot of times when you go into college, people are like, oh, you're going to get a job when you come out. No, I'm not getting a job when I graduate college. I'm getting a business marketing degree. It's going to benefit my own business. So I can get up when I want. I can do what I want. I can live how I want. That is my goal. To do whatever I want. Get up whenever I want. Because I don't like getting up in the morning. I don't like it. But if it's really, 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 really important, then I'll do it. But if not, I'm going to sleep. And I don't play while I'm asleep. No, I don't. And I'm proud of myself for making 2 videos today. Because thinking about YouTube, I was like, I don't know if I should do it, you know? I was not scared. I was just like hesitant because I was like, is this something that I really want to do? Like, is this something that I actually want to have as a career that I feel as if would benefit me in the future? And I started it. I started seeing a whole bunch of signs. And I mean repeatedly. And I was like, yeah, that's God telling me, yeah, you need to go ahead and you need to start this. You need to go ahead and live your dream. If you want to live your dream, this is something you can add to your list. So I'm gonna listen to him. And another thing, be your own art. Be your own art. Be creative. Because that's what I have done with myself this year. I have took myself out of my comfort zone. And when I say that, I am like still spazzed out about it. Because I never really went to people for help. I didn't talk to too many people. I didn't socialize. But this semester I was like, I need to get out and do more. And the spring semester I kind of did that. But I didn't do as much as I did this year. Like a year ago, I would have been like, wow. Who knew this is what I would have been doing today? Like, I just want to say I'm proud of myself because I really branched out. And I have my voice. I put my foot down. I've grown. I have a lot more confidence than I used to have. I feel comfortable with my own skin. And I feel like my life has changed for the better. And I can't do that without God. Can't do nothing without God. Because God saw me a palace. He saw a palace while I was in the pit. And he picked me up. And he said, you're coming with me. He said, I'm going to shape you and who you need to be. I'm going to give you and challenge you emotionally, physically, financially. And y'all, when I quit my job, before I started when I was working on my business, and I launched it in February, I was still working, but I quit that same month. And I was broke for a couple months. And like, you know how you get the little FAFSA money or your money back from your scholarship? I was living off that. My parents was giving me money here and there. My grandparents was giving me money. But I didn't have my own income. And that was bothering me. But, hey, take risks. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I got my passport this year. And I will be traveling in the future. So y'all will be seeing stuff like that too. When I do get my money. I did get I got 3 credit cards now. A Capital One, a Discover, and a Chase credit card. So I can build my credit. I have a 658 right now. And I am aiming for a 670, 700. And it's because I only had these. Well, I just got the Capital One credit. Like I was saying, y'all, before my camera cut off, the Chase and the Discover credit card I got in November, and I only had it for like 1 month, so it's December now. But I hope y'all enjoyed my video. There's something on my face. I got a pimple. Something bit me. I don't care about my skin, Lord. But I just want to say I'm ready for the new year. I'm ready to get popping. I'm ready to start things that I need to start. And be motivated to keep going and be consistent. I love y'all. Love yourself. And be proud of yourself for everything you do. Never forget that. You matter. Thanks me out.